The greatest thing in Monoco is the team, really. Every time everyone is here, like we have a meeting, and then it's so fun. Like people are always laughing, and then and the good thing about here is that we don't have much hierarchy. Like there's no boss or something, so everyone is almost like the same level. So you can always talk your mind without fear of being reprimanded by your boss or something. You just have to talk about your ideas, so you're free to talk about anything. And then that's why I think people are have less stress working in Monoco. I was given a lot more responsibility when it comes to the overall look and feel of the site. I actually designed everything, like the buttons that you click, and then how the site looks like. In my previous company, we have another guy who's doing that, and I was just like helping him develop and code in the front end. But in Monoco, another reason that why I like working here is because they give me, the responsibility to do all these things, because it's actually one of my passion in web design. So yeah, that's a big difference. That's what I'm doing right now. We only want Monoco to be very simple as possible. Very basic. But we also don't want it to be very boring. So that's why we make sure that we have a very good a UI and color scheme as much as possible, because I think it's also important, like when user came into your site, that they feel this is a good quality site. I think that's also very important, right? And then of course we have to make it very usable, like as much as possible, and then we try to make it more trendy. Like we have a lot of sites in Japan right now, which is they have a lot of things going on in the site. For us, I think it's better, like if we make sure that every time they log into the site, they have experience it. They have a better experience, because they only focus on some certain information. Because I believe that users has a tendency to only focus on certain information at one time. So what Monoco is doing, especially if you log in to our site, we only show big images, like 2 images at one time, and you just have to scroll. For me, that's a part of an experience that I want users to experience, because you only focus on 2 images at one time, so that you have more memory retention. So stuff like that. Make it very simple, but much better experience. Well, I think one of the important thing, if you are working with a very small startup and if you are a developer, is you should be able to almost do everything as much as possible. Like in our case, most of our developers, like me and the 2 others, can actually do both front end and back end. Right? I can do MySQL and then go into JavaScript and CSS. It's like a completely different thing, but that's the thing that we need, right? For if you want to work for Monoco and a very small developer thing, I think you should be able to be flexible when it comes to programming and using the tools that we have for web development. And for me, that's the very important thing. And of course, the work ethics. You should be able to handle yourself, especially if you have responsibility. So I think also work ethics is very important. So yeah, I think those are, if you have those two, then you're good to go.